Hello out there. You might be wondering, where in economics do we get these demand curves and where do we get these supply curves? So sometimes called a demand function and a supply function. Um, and the short answer is that what we're doing is we're trying to model a market, right? So we know that the demand curve sort of slopes down like that. The supply curve slopes up like that. Where they meet, that gets us equilibrium price, right? So a couple places I can get this, okay? One of them is just from real data. So here is the price of oil, okay, and it's West Texas oil out of Oklahoma. So we know that the monthly price of oil per barrel changes. Okay, so that's what I've got here. I've got 2008 headed up. Okay, and the law of based on the law of supply, we predict that as the price goes up, they're going to try to pump more oil. Okay, and then the price of oil crashes. Basically getting knocked down in half. So what I would do, I've got all these prices and all I need to do is look up the quantities, okay? And then what I would do is I would make a little chart with quantities supplied and price. Okay, so I find out, how many barrels were pumped and then, when the price was 90. And then I find out how many barrels were pumped when the price was 95. Okay, and so on and so forth, and see how it changes. And then what I can do is also see how many were purchased. Okay, so that gives me the demand, so the sale of, say, oil or whatever other product there is. So I get that observational data and I can fit that to either a best fit demand line or best fit supply line, usually using some kind of regression analysis from statistics, and that all comes from something called econometrics. So that's the answer. We're basically modeling a market, but we do have real data that we can get out of the real world, and people will write their doctoral dissertations based on that.